Alright, I'm doing this video. Talk about some of my thoughts and theories after Thursday night's BlackList season finale, in which we learned that the Bones DNA matched Raymond Reddington's. And, you know, the number one thing I really wanted to discuss was I've been seeing a lot of things online about how Raymond Reddington is actually Katarina just with a sex change. And that's a garbage theory, in my opinion. And I will prove with this video why that just doesn't work. And I'll use only the show, dialogue, and cast. I'm not going to, you know, add stuff. I'm not going to have people join me that I say are experts. The show itself will show why that's garbage. Ideal. And the reason being, everybody forgets one of my favorite characters, which is Dom. So let's just go take a look at Dom, who, as everybody will know, is Katarina's actual father and Elizabeth's grandfather, except he knows Elizabeth as Masha because that was the name she was born with. So we're going to jump right into this right now. So just here we go.
What are you doing here? Your granddaughter. She's... I'm sorry.
This is immediately after Mr. Kaplan made Red think Elizabeth died in childbirth, giving to birth.
I was just imagining young Katarina covered in glitter.
Okay, so right there you notice he's sitting there going through Katarina's effects, and Dom isn't happy about it because it's all he has left. But if you listen to what Red said, and I'm going to do that throughout this video since the bones are believed to be Raymond Reddington because of the DNA test. I'm going to share my theory right here, right now with you, which is that in fact there are two. There's Raymond Reddington, the naval intelligence officer, proud patriot, who happened to fall in love with Katarina. And then there's Raymond Reddington, or Red Reddington is better. Let's go with Red Reddington for the concierge of crime who we've all enjoyed following over the past few years here. Now, the thing here that he said that was so powerful was I was imagining a young Katarina. Not I was remembering, not I was reminiscing or looking through my old stuff. No, he had to imagine what Katarina would have been feeling, excuse me, and going through with the glitter. And he says so. He says, I was imagining.
As an adult, it's easy to dismiss this stuff as girlish for a first. I was just imagining young Katarina covered in glitter.
See,
As an adult, it's easy to dismiss.
so I could call it right there, but let's go through with the video.
The wonder it creates. Light captured. Secret wishes evoked. Renders even the darkest days sparkly. Never underestimate the power of glitter. Stop it. Stop what? Stop torturing me. That was never my intention. What are you doing out here? These boxes are all I have. Only a glimpse of my daughter.
Now notice he says it's all he has left of his daughter. Not all I have left of, what you are or you or your former self, but of my daughter. Clearly, Dom knows that Katarina is gone. So, therefore, again, Red can't be Katarina. Well, let's just continue through.
sorry, Dom, I understand.
No, you don't. You don't understand. You think because Marsha is dead, now you can understand it? You can share my misery?
I feel bereft, just like you.
No, not just like me. She's gone because of choices you made for both of them. First Katarina, and then Masha. As far as I'm concerned, you killed my entire family. No, you're not like me. It's not ridiculous, though. Move.
You still have family.
Who? The baby? Won't live long enough to see her out of nappies. If I'm allowed to see her at all, I have to make do with photographs of Masha. Did you even tell her about me?
I couldn't. You know how complicated it was.
Nothing complicated about it. We had to back out of Masha's life to keep her safe, and you made a colossal mess of everything.
Now see, right there, he's telling you that whatever Red did screwed up everything that was going on with Raymond Reddington and Katarina. Because remember, Katarina was a Soviet spy and Raymond Reddington was an American spy. So they were having problems to begin with.
Only you couldn't stay well enough away, could you? Now you come to my house with this sorry tale of loss, like you're the only one affected by this. You're the only one whose feelings matter. Well, guess what, Raymond? Marsha was my granddaughter, and now she's dead, without even knowing I existed. All my sacrifices shot to hell. I could have spent the last 30 years just being her grandfather. You selfish prick.
Change your temper.
I love that girl enough to let her go. Which is more than you can say.
So see, he knows there was a reason for Red to be involved. He just disagreed with the reason.
How do you drink this stuff?
We drank it at every meal on the farm when I was a boy. But we had cows, and we made our own. In the summer, she made buttermilk pops in the freezer. Kept us all from passing out.
So buttermilk reminds you of home.
I overheard your conversation. Yeah, boy.
He's from Delaware. You won't be troubled again with unexpected visitors. I know how you value your privacy.
Why didn't you go with it?
What would be the point? There's nothing I could do that would really matter.
Trying to read. What the hell are you reading? You gave me the news about Masha. What do you want from me?
A way forward. I can't live for long with what I feel inside. I don't see how anyone can.
You're very shy. Look around you. You call this living? After I lost my daughter, I crawled into the wilderness like a mortally wounded animal. Get as far away from the pack as I could. To run out the clock. Run out the clock and die. If you came for a survival manual, you won't find it here. You've got one thing I haven't had for a long time. You've got a reason to walk out that door. It sounds to me like there are honest people out there who are depending upon you.
So you watch that entire transaction between Dom and Red, and you quickly realize there's no way that Red is Katarina. He makes it abundantly clear over and over and over again. So then what happens is a lot of people say, but he lied to her, meaning Red, that he was her father. He never lied. He never said he was her father. She said it all. And we see that right here in the same exact season. We see her confront him here. Let's just watch what happens, because when I first saw this, I knew exactly what he was doing. And I couldn't believe how easily the writers passed it by everybody. So let's just watch the interaction. I'll try to keep my big mouth shut, and you'll see how he plays her the entire scene.
You lied to me. The day we met, you asked how I got my scar. I told you my mother gave it to me. But you knew that already, didn't you? What was it you said? A father who was a career criminal? And a mother who died of weakness and shame.
He hasn't said a word.
Tell me who you were. Why keep it a secret? Come into my life, give up everything, go broke trying to protect me, and not tell me you're my father.
Drunk is such a harsh word. I prefer illiquid.
I like that line.
What was so awful that you withheld the answer to a question I've been wondering my entire life? Were you afraid I'd turn out like you? Because guess what? I am like you. All this time she asked me to think like a criminal. Was it a test to see how naturally it came to me?
See, he's letting her tell herself to lie.
Because it did. Come naturally. And that terrifies me.
Elizabeth, you need to walk away.
Walk away? Are you serious? How can you be so smart and so clueless? Yes, I'm terrified. I'm angry. I'm angry at you, at who I am, at the fact that I want to help you despite everything you've done to me and to yourself. But anger and fear and a certain amount of hatred are all normal in a family. And that's what we are. And I'm not going to walk away from that.
So you see, she's the one that said it. He never said a word. He let her sit there and tell her own story. So, you can't blame him. So everybody says, well, okay, so he didn't admit it, but why didn't he deny it? Why did he let it keep going? Well, you have to understand, this was all about Mr. Kaplan was trying to destroy him, and Mr. Kaplan had this fail-safe big secret that would forever destroy Red and Elizabeth's relationship. And we see that right here. Show one last clip, which shows it perfectly. And this time it comes from Dembe. And Dembe will back up the fact that Red also is not Katarina, if you just listen to what he says here. So let me just reset that. So if you listen to this whole thing, Dembe puts it all on the line for us.
And she thinks that's Kate's secret.
Yes.
So she doesn't know about the suitcase. Not yet. sure Elizabeth will ever be ready to learn about what you did to Katarina.
Now, you see what he did right there? What he said? Not that Elizabeth won't be ready to handle that you became Red, Katarina, or anything. He doesn't, he's worried Elizabeth can't handle finding out what Raymond did to Katarina. So I believe Red is responsible for Katarina's death in some way, like I said when he was talking with Dom. Red did something that messed up the whole thing between the Raymond Reddington, the naval officer, and Katarina, the Russian spy. And the result was Katarina's death. That's what I'm beginning to think here. Because here he is again. Listen.
I'm not sure Elizabeth will ever be ready to learn about what you did to Katarina. We're gonna find that goddamn suitcase.
So there you have it. I mean, that right there clinches it. There is no way that Red is Katarina after a sex change. Just the story doesn't support it. Nothing they've said has supported it. As far as is Red Elizabeth's father? I don't believe so, but it is possible because of one distinct thing. If you go back to it's either season 4 or 3, where Red tracks down Jennifer's mother. He tells Jennifer's mother, "You've changed a lot." And she replies, "Not as much as you." And when Jennifer takes him to her grave, the one thing she says that she wants from Red is to be left alone. Will you leave me alone? Will you get out of my life? And in the blink of an eye, without even thinking twice about it, she says yes. And clearly, after Thursday night's episode, we say he hasn't given second thought to Jennifer. He hasn't, looked her up. He hasn't spied on her. He kept his word and stepped off. So, the connection between Red and Elizabeth is still questionable. But is Red Katarina? Absolutely not. How can you explain the DNA of the skeleton in the suitcase being Raymond Reddington and Red Reddington, the imposter, James Spader, the character we've been following? I think the answer is very simple. I think they're twins. They may not be identical twins, but they're twins. I kind of want to go with identical twins. I really do. I know that Red had a little plastic surgery because in season 1, they dealt with the plastic surgeon and he turned around and tells him, "You've let so many secrets out today. It's bad for business. I hope you haven't let any of the secrets out about the work I've had done." And I just feel as though there are 2 Raymond Reddingtons. And I believe the one in the suitcase was the naval intelligence officer, the patriot, the proud American, all that, who met Katarina. And then there's Red Reddington, who I believe is his twin brother. That's why they have the same DNA. And he is the criminal concierge of crime. And quite possibly it could be because of him that all of the trouble came down on Raymond Reddington, the naval officer, and Katarina, is if they looked enough alike, maybe they didn't even know of each other's existence. You hear all the time of twins that didn't know of each other. They were separated at birth. And there were photos or something brought back to the Navy of what they thought was Raymond Reddington with a Russian spy. That's a big problem. That's also going to be a big problem for the Russians. So that whole thing has to sort out. I know as much as you. But what I do know is that this viral theory that's going around that Red Reddington is Katarina after a sex change. It just doesn't hold up based on the show, based on what multiple characters have told us. So that's my quick video, my quick thoughts on the whole thing. Comment below what you think. Let's get the discussion going. All right, till the next video. Thanks for watching.